Hello, friends. Good buddy Stub here. Welcome to the One Bourbon, One Chard, One Beer podcast, Little Tweener, Friday, March 28th, 2025. Hey, friends, are you following One Bourbon, One Chard on the socials? How about my co-host and best good buddy Kern at Paso Seco or Forgotten Grapes on the socials? Or even your old buddy Stub here on the socials at Cork and B. If not, pause the show, give us all a follow. You'll see our daily Today in Music History videos, find out more about Paso Seco Sparkling Wine or the Forgotten Grapes Wine Club, or keep up with my worldwide gallivanting, imbibing, filming, photographing, and general spreading of joy. Now, friends, let's go ahead and get to this week's show, shall we? Now, if you're listening right now, you're getting our regular Lil Tweener episode. However, if you're paying attention to our socials, you're going to see this episode on the Cork and Me YouTube page as well. Yeah, I'm giving a try to film the episodes to see how that goes, because who doesn't want to see more of me? Now, that said, if you check the YouTube page and the episode isn't there, it means that the first go at filming didn't work, and I'll give it another try next week. In either case, if you fancy it moving forward, you'll be able to see the podcast as well as listen to the podcast. So with that, friends, let's go ahead and start with some new music and chat a bit about the debut album Good Company from the Chicago outfit, The Walters. Now, The Walters are an indie pop band initially formed in 2014 and released 2 EPs over the next 2 years. Now, the band would enjoy some chart and touring success playing at Lollapalooza, but in the autumn of 2017, the band would announce their breakup. Sad. Now, frontman Luke Olson would go on and embark on a solo career, while the other members of the band would reform as Corduroy. Now, 4 years later, in 2021, the band's song I Love You So from the 2014 EP Songs for Dads went viral on TikTok, prompting the band to reform for touring and recording, and also signing with Warner Records. They would release their third EP, Try Again, in May of the following year. Now, in 2024, the band left Warner Records to go independent, which brings us to today's release and their debut full-length album, which I discovered actually this morning flipping through new music. Now, I actually went back and listened to the group's breakout hit, I Love You So, and realized that I had actually heard the song despite not knowing the band. And I'm going to say my listen through the record turned out to be actually quite a pleasant fucking surprise, friends. Now, the Walters actually have a bit of a, what I'm going to call a throwback sound, like a modern take on almost like 60s type pop records. I can actually almost hear the wonders from That Thing You Do recording these songs in this record. But like I said, it does have a bit of a nostalgia sound to it, but it's definitely also current. And it's overall just kind of sweet, but not in a saccharine kind of way. Now, I really like this record, friends. I listened to the entire thing on the Sonos system while sorting some laundry this morning, and I've had a second full listen while on a walk around the River Thames, because the sun is actually out for a third day here in a row in London, and it's a balmy 15-ish degrees out, so I decided to have a little walk. So after 2 full listens and a repeat of a couple of the tracks, I can say I really, really do like this record again. I found I noticed a bit more intricacy and nuance of the record with my AirPods versus the Sonos. But I think that might be because all I was doing was walking and enjoying the sun on my face and the infusion of natural vitamin D into my body instead of doing some chores at home. And friends, it's saying a lot that I like this record because I have not been keen on any new music the last couple of weeks. And I'm not sure if it's the music or maybe my mood, because I'm anxiously awaiting the arrival of proper springtime weather, which we have a few days of this week. But it's actually quite nice to hear something new and immediately take a shine to it. Now, the lyrical compositions on this record are actually quite clever. The musical arrangements are comforting, but the real standout part of this collection of songs is how tight the harmonies work with the almost orchestral arrangement of the songs. Now, this album has a bit of a Beach Boys quality about it, and I'm not going to say it's Pet Sounds to be sure, but there's definitely an aspiration that lends a solid comparison and likeness to the classic record. Now, The Walters' Good Company is definitely worth the effort, so dial it up on your favorite streamer and give it a listen. And as for pairing with this one, friends, you can see I'm going with a red wine here. And I've done that because I really enjoyed just sitting with this album as it presented all of its character through the 37-minute runtime, and who doesn't enjoy having a glass of wine with Good Company? Now, friends, I know I missed dropping an episode last week, and that was due to exactly what I discussed a minute or two ago. I just simply didn't find any new music that struck my fancy the last couple of weeks. In a personal note, I did have a first in real life meeting with a wine colleague I met via Zoom chat during COVID lockdown. And that meetup found us going for a ride on the London Eye, which neither of us had ever done, despite her having lived here for grad school a few years ago, and me having lived here in London for almost 3.5 years now. Now, as far as that experience, the London Eye is really cool, but I won't be spending another £42 to experience it again. So if you come and visit me, I'll meet up with you in the morning. You can go on the London Eye and then meet me in the pub afterward. So friends, that's about all I have for this week. Now, as always, I want to thank you for listening, watching, sharing, and commenting on the podcast. Kern and I really do appreciate it. Really hope this video thing works out moving forward, especially as I get some guests lined up for the show in the coming weeks and months. So until next time, remember to be nice, be safe, and be happy. Cheers, mates.